Hey, what's up, wrong person? How you doing, man?
あっちゃベランダの花がまた枯れてる。毎日水やりしてるのに。もしかして逆にやりすぎ？
Lost 50-50 at 88 pity in HSR. Also deleted Genshin. I quit. What? 50-50 at 88 pity. Dude. That's like one of the worst things that could happen to you. Funny how he's the strongest hyper carry support ever. He who? Whilst both him and Zalone and Meta are defining broken supports. Reruns exist, I guess. Yep, they do. That they do, man. Sunday. Ah, I see. Sunday, HSR thing, right? Oh, how's this guy healing? Maybe I should have done a full rotation. And didn't I mark all the other smaller enemies? Pretty sure I did. What happened to winning some and losing some? Isn't it supposed to be a 50-50? It should be a 50-50. At least how it used to feel like, even to me.
Yeah. 少し遊んであげようか。かかれ。いいとよ。
Doesn't feel like a 50-50 to me anymore, too. I love that I can just push them into water and then bounty done. $18k Nahida raw damage. Was that? No. I don't think that was Nahida. Really? Okay, well, let me check. Can we see some enemies here? Oh, also, I think that was that bounty took extra damage, bonus damage from Dendro. Alright, let's try. 17.4. Okay. So close to 18. Yeah, although I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that I remember one of the bounties in Natlan takes extra damage from Dendro. So I'm somewhat sure that that was the bounty that took bonus damage from Dendro. I feel so free, RJ. This is incredible. So you fully uninstalled it, huh? Hey, congrats, man. I mean, it really wasn't Genshin that was trapping you, man. It was like you making Genshin make you feel like you were trapped. Because of your obsessiveness. I missed the swirl. Swirl, there you go. Oh, nice. I also got the pyro thing now. I have 3 stacks, I think. No, I don't think that was 3 stack damage. There. Where? Okay, this is 3 stack damage. You kind of opened my eyes on how unhealthy I made the game for myself. Yeah, but then like in that situation, your only choice is to somehow like fix how you treat the game, or like how, you know, like fix your anxiety, or no, I'm sorry, not anxiety. Your like you take control of your obsessiveness. There you go. You take control. Either you take control of your obsessiveness, or you remove the factor that's triggering your obsessiveness. I think it would have been more impressive if you were able to, if you were able to control your obsessiveness, or to limit your obsessiveness because you knew that it was causing you harm. I think that would have been more impressive. It would have been more. It would have helped you, like personally, in a way that where, because like of course if you were able to control your obsessiveness there, even with the thing that was causing your obsessiveness to flare up still being there, that meant that you at least, if you had been able to do that, it would have meant that you would have you would have developed you developed what's the word I'm looking for, an amount of control over your obsessiveness. There you go. Right, an amount of control over your obsessiveness, and once that process starts, as long as you keep going at it, you would have learned. It would have eventually led to you having full control of your obsessiveness, of this negative trait that you have. I just stream only when I'm waking up or in class. When I'm sorry, okay. I think I thought that you just waking up and then like my stream starts is a good thing. In class, obviously, you know, you can't watch YouTube while being in class, but like I thought that was a good thing, Maisa. Ain't getting a medal or any approval for overcoming that, so there's no point. What you get, my friend, what you get from it is a better life. It's a reward for yourself, for your future self, because you're however old you are now, you still have what, like another 60, 70, 80 years ahead of you of life, which means you have plenty more time to meet things that are going to trigger your obsessiveness, the obsessiveness that causes you harm. Genshin is not the only thing that's gonna cause that. So it's more like a short-term fix, but it's a fix nonetheless. It's a fix just for that specific one. Darn it. Is that below 20%? Okay. Okay, yep, that's certainly below 20%. Darn it. I wanted to get close to get one E out to get some particles. I should not have E'd their own Hu Tao. No, because it's early, and I'd be getting ready for class. Can't watch. Oh, I see. Anyways, just wanted to say hi. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Maisa. Thanks for stopping by, man. Have a good day in school. Also, I figured how much of a waste of time this game is. The end game is so dry. Game is so stingy. The game feels more like homework. That I might as well do actual homework. That do be true. I do agree with that. Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I've been feeling that way about Genshin for quite some time now. But then I kind of thought, like every now and then, I think about, okay, if I stop Genshin, how would that affect me? So number one, obviously, what the heck do I stream if I quit Genshin? And number two, oh yeah, by the way, we're getting 1K primos. I forgot. Where did I see this from? Oh yeah, the in-game notices. In-game notices from here. They're giving us 1K primos because they got this whatever award from PlayStation. Congrats, Hoyo. Congrats. Name card. From what? Oh yeah, okay. Maxing out one of the other clans. One of the tribes in Natlan. HSR got 1K. ZZZ got 800. What? What did they get? Something. It's Genshin that got the award, right? Or did ZZZ and HSR get something too? Like did they get some kind of award or something? Award of some sort? I see. Well, anyway, congrats Hoyo. You've worked hard. You've worked hard. I've become such a negative person lately because of Genshin on top of other garbage. Well, Genshin might have been triggering it, but it's also you who refuse to let it affect you. Let something as pointless as a video game that you started playing for entertainment, right? Like, it's like, so it is an ongoing thing. It's not like watching a video, watching a YouTube video. It's not like deciding to watch a movie or a TV show or whatever. It's not like a one-time thing. It's an ongoing thing because it's a game as a service. It's not like one of the usual one of the OG like AAA games where you buy a game, you play through like its story mode, and then game's done. Right? It's an ongoing thing because it is a games as a service. But you decided to start playing or start consuming said content for entertainment purposes, and you kept going, and you knew that there were some bad parts out of it, but you also let it affect you in the real world. It's like you saw that like some bad scenes or some bad dialogue in a movie, and then all of a sudden you hated it so much that you just been grumpy the whole time to everyone IRL. Because of this obsession that you have. Obsession to what? To quote unquote get stronger in the game. What does getting stronger in a video game even give you? It's like it's like, oh hey, what's up, Biple? Can you one-shot Arla weekly boss in the first phase? I tried, but second phase animation always comes. No, no, it's impossible. It's impossible. At least probably without glitching the game or something. Like without glitching it or without cheating or whatever. It's impossible. It's the same as like Magu Kenki, right? Whereas Magu Kenki has two phases. It's the same as Masanori. And basically all the bosses nowadays that have like multiple phases. Yeah. They just stop taking damage at some point, or they become invulnerable in order to start their next phase animation or whatever. Despite having this ping reducer thing I have, my ping today is still pretty high. Still in the 220s. Let me try turning it off and then turn it back on. Let's see if that reduces it. Oh, that reminds me of myself from person. It reminds me of myself when I started Genshin. Not like from the very beginning, but from it wasn't at that point because like it's a lot more, people are a lot more likely to feel anxious about not getting stronger, about not getting stronger, or like being stopped from getting stronger because of quote unquote bad RNG. When they get to the point where they feel like their account is finally starting to be able to actually do something, right? By do something, I mean like finally being able to touch end game content, but just not being able to fully clear it, or just barely not being able to fully clear it, or what's the word I'm looking for? Not being able to clear it, not being able to fully clear it without tryharding so much. Without tryharding it so much, and even while tryharding so much, it's still like you still get screwed every now and then by like bad AI RNG, enemy AI RNG or whatever, right? And it is so a lot more likely that someone playing Genshin feels anxious about being stopped from making their accounts get stronger, caused by quote unquote bad RNG, when their accounts are at that phase. When they're new, you're like, okay, well, of course you know why you can't do anything, because you're new. Your accounts, like your characters are not built. You haven't been playing you just started playing the game like last week or whatever, right? It's it's a lot, of course you're not gonna feel anxious about being weak then. So you were at that phase. Endgame content is super easy now. If it's super easy now, then why the heck are you so anxious about making your account get stronger then? I was even trying to come up with I don't know, not trying to come up, but like I was trying to guess that you were at that phase, because that's where I experienced that much anxiety about being stopped from getting stronger by bad RNG. That was the point that I remember when I raged so much in Spiral Abyss. Like very often, every time Spiral Abyss reset, I would just be like, here we go, okay, right? And then like I'd be raging because I'm like, oh, this is finally a good run, and then at some point like bad AI RNG, and then like, okay, oh, oops, sorry, you saved 3 seconds from like doing well earlier, hee hee haha, lol jk, I'm gonna take away 5 seconds just by 5 seconds, and nope, another 3 seconds because of bad AI RNG, and right, trying to come up with a reason why you felt that much anxiousness. Stat page, that's even stupider than I thought it was, man. It's like you're trying to compete on a leaderboard that doesn't exist. Pull for Chasca? Nah, I ain't pulling out. Oh god. Jammy boy, since when have you become since when have you become like Spartan, man? Since when did you become just like Spartan? That is why I wonder if Genshin can ever put weekly boss in the abyss. No, I don't think. I think it's impossible. Especially with the kinds of weekly bosses that they've given us for a very long time now, where they are like multi-phase bosses. Well, technically, okay. Well, I guess the weekly bosses between like during their phase changes, they have like these animations, right? So whereas the world bosses that have multiple phases, like Magu Kinki, for example, can easily be put in Spiral Abyss. Oh, how? What the? I didn't unlock that yet. Oh yeah, that's right. Second account. I haven't haven't done much on this account just yet. I haven't done much on this account to do the new like the 5.2 stuff. But yeah, Magu Kenki does not have a phase change like cutscene, right? So it's a lot easier to put him into the Spiral Abyss. Hi, what's up, Foxley? How you doing, man? Everyone goons nowadays, I guess. You know, some you know privately, and some not so privately. Like whether that's good or bad, it's up to you. Electro Res, Animo, Bio. Okay. Immune to Hydro. Make Genshin PvP and it will be great. Give us a permanent game mode where PvP is available. I don't think PvP is possible in Genshin, by the way. Like, at least not like direct PvP, you know, like people would like fight each other and do damage to each other. Because, think about it. How much HP do characters have in the game? Right? Like, highest HP in the game. Probably, what, Nilu? Like, full, like, complete HP build. Like, nothing except HP. Right? Full HP build Nilu can get up to, like, 80k. And how much damage? What's the lowest? No, I wouldn't say the lowest. What's, like, the lowest, like, properly built character? The weakest properly built character you could possibly make. And when I say properly built, I'm talking about an actual team, you know, like this, for example, right? But just, let's say, just not, like, properly built. And when I say properly built, I mean, like, the whoever's building it actually knows what they're doing, but just isn't finished building it yet. Like, they don't have all the right artifacts just yet. I think, okay, I actually don't know how much my hyper blooms do at this point, but I reckon maybe like 30k, 25, 30k. So so you're saying that we're supposed to do PvP when the highest possible HP in the game is only 3 or 4 hyper blooms? I mean, I guess what one thing they could do is the same thing that they did in this old in this really old MMORPG used to play called Flife, which is like your damage against monsters, right? Like in PvE, is like way higher than your damage in PvP, and I think it was something like your damage in PvP was only like 30 or 20% of your PvE damage. And okay, that makes sense. You could do that. We could do that. The problem there is there are mechanics in the game that cause knockback. And there's also mechanics in the game that mitigate knockback. Right? Like interruption resistance, passives, and constellations, whatever. Shields, sure. But there are also abilities in the game. There are also, sorry, not ability. Yeah, there are abilities and mechanics in the game that cause knockback, like overload, claymore attacks, whatever, right? But what's gonna happen there is there's gonna be a that's gonna be a whole nother layer of balancing that Hoyo's gonna have to do, to keep in mind, like every time they release a new character. Right? Like, will knockback, will overload become way too OP and suddenly get nerfed. Not even just knockback, but like other stuff too, like electro charged, right? Getting staggered all the time. And now, okay, if you think about it, right, sure, there are plenty of ways for people to abuse that, but there are also plenty of ways for people to keep themselves from being abused by that. Just like, what's the word I'm looking for? Just like in, StarCraft Brood War, for example, right? It's like a 20-plus-year-old game, but like to this day, the players are still coming up with new ways to win, and people are also coming up with new ways to not lose to those new ways. So yeah, it relies a lot also on the player base's creativity. A problem with that is getting, quote unquote, getting stronger in the game. Like making your character stronger, especially in endgame, making your characters and team stronger is almost entirely RNG based. So it's really unfair, in my opinion. It's really unfair to those who work really hard to learn what they have to learn, to do this, to do that, to make this team stronger, that team stronger, to get an advantage over certain team archetypes, to get an advantage over certain players, and then you just lose because bad RNG. So there are many other factors to consider. If actual PvP in Genshin were to be actually implemented. One thing that I can think of, though, that the player base is actually currently already doing as a form of PvP, although there are no like first-party like leaderboards over it, it's mostly like this tiny niche, this tiny community within the Genshin community that come up with like these tournaments, Spiral Abyss tournaments, and it's time based, like just right? And I don't know if you guys have seen videos of those, but there are people, who there are people on YouTube who upload videos and commentate through these like tournaments. These tournaments that where basically, and there's they treat it like MOBA, where there's like a pick and ban phase. I guess that's the well, that's one way, not the only way, but that's one way that you can implement quote unquote PvP in Genshin with the least amount of what am I, what's the word I'm looking for? The least amount of potential for negative effects on on every other part of the game. And by yeah, right, like the stuff that I talked about before. Freeze, yeah, freeze, right? right? And like another thing too that you have to consider, by the way, you already know how bad co-op is in Genshin, right? You already know how bad co-op is in Genshin, and now this is not the only reason why it's not good, but this is certainly one of the biggest reasons why co-op in Genshin is not good. Uh, Ping, right now. Okay, I don't know what Genshin's matchmaking algorithm is for like whenever you like when you know how like when you go into a domain and like you choose to do it like publicly. I don't know what the wording is, right? But like you choose to do it like in co-op or something, and then like it looks for matches for you. Oh, not even just that. Like even in some events, like some co-op events, right? Like there's matchmaking things. I don't know exactly how what their algorithm is for matchmaking, but since it's just like what mini game that's not even gonna be part of the game for forever. It's just like what 7-8 days. I highly doubt they put in too much effort and resources into developing a matchmaking algorithm for it. Probably doesn't even take into account ping. So that's another thing that they have to consider. They have to improve their matchmaking algorithm. Just gonna be frozen forever and just watch the enemy dance in your face. Concepts like League of Legends, Mobile Legends, Dota, Unite can be implemented. Level up character while combat PvP by getting skills and farm. If we die, we respawn. So it sounds like PvP as a game mode or something. It's like similar to I believe I have some idea of what you're trying to say, and I understand like it's not like a complete concept you're trying to come up with, but yeah, like PvP of a sorts where like there's like you get into this game like this or that game mode, like there's like multiple game modes, and then like you just compete against one another to like maybe it's a time based one or it's like a number based one or whatever, a scoring based PvP where like you have what's the word I'm looking for? You have a goal. Yeah, you have a goal or something. Like each of you have a goal to achieve, and like whoever does it first or whoever scores more, whatever. Right, and like okay, yeah. Start level 1 artifacts. Have to build our characters by getting skills, XP, farm during combat. Yeah, but like, dude, you're not listening to everything else that I'm talking about. You're coming up with, okay, sure, it's like game modes, right? Game modes, game concepts, but what about the infrastructure? I just talked about the infrastructure just now. Like, there's so much other stuff that Hoyo has to do. I mean, like, sure, they could do that. It's like background stuff, and they have to do that if they ever come up with the idea to, I don't know, desync goes crazy. Yeah, right? Real C6 Neuvillette only to hold R5 dreams for Milani? Ain't no way. I mean, like, regardless of if PvP, what's the word? If PvP, if it's actual PvP, like causing damage to each other, that's the wrong team. I just realized. Sorry, I wasn't looking at my screen because like I was looking off to the side because I was trying to picture it out, trying to think like how would this work, how would that work, how would this not work, why would this not work, why would this work, whatever. And I wasn't looking at the screen. I just realized as soon as I clicked start, I was like, that's the wrong team, yeah. But yeah, yeah. On top of infrastructure stuff, they'd have to improve their matchmaking algorithm. If it's like a matchmaking based thing, but if it's only like if it's similar to this really old game that I used to play, which is Gunbound and Rakion, where there's no form of like one click find a match for me system. It's just you create a room and you wait for people to come in. Sure, make it that way. Uh, it would and okay I think it would be okay without any sort of like matchmaking thing, because Genshin has enough players so that even without a matchmaking thing, there would almost always be someone who is there like trying to play. But then again, because Genshin's an international game, it's like a global thing. It's not, well, I guess there is the regional thing, right? Like there's the regional thing, but like the problem with the regional thing is the regions, like which server you play on, is not based on where you are. It's based on it's based on which server you picked. So it doesn't care like if your ping is like 400. They'll if you logged into a server that's on the opposite side of the world as you are, like it doesn't care if you picked it, then you're playing at 400 ping. Yeah, it will. It will. Now the question now is, would it be worth it for Hoyo? Right? Because remember, they're a business, right? So would it be worth it for Hoyo? Whether it be worth it for Hoyo or not is a big question. There are a lot of ifs and buts and whatnot. And I think so. If Genshin were a new game, like if Genshin came out today, I think it. Oh, I did not need that burst. Oh darn it! I didn't get a second E to fill up my burst. Whatever. So I think if Genshin were a new game, where again, like because as a new game, you sort of don't really have an identity, especially for the type of marketing that Hoyo initially did with Genshin, right? It was like, it was vague, no, not necessarily vague, but like it was marketing. It's like anime art style, open world concept, and this and that. But it wasn't necessarily marketing its like its gameplay directly, like what end game is gonna be like. So once your player comes in for that, they don't necessarily know exactly what they're in for, and at that point, it's up to the player base to decide what the game is mostly gonna be. And like we could tell that we saw that throughout Genshin's history, that Genshin kind of wasn't sure what it wanted to be too. Like Hoyo didn't exactly know what they thought Genshin was gonna be. Like for example, in the earlier days of Genshin, they did a lot of combat events, right? Because they were trying to cater to the try-hard community, the combat-based community, the players who loved the Genshin combat gameplay and stuff. And yeah, it was working. It was working. But for some reason, Hoyo decided to pivot away from that. They decided to pivot towards mini games like Mario Party style, whatever, right? Um, and so many of these events are like to your if somebody who's like, let's say, a veteran of like fighting games, right? Fighting games like Street Fighter and whatever, or like MOBA games, or FPSs, right? The competitive games, veteran who mostly only plays those kinds of games. You suddenly told them, play Genshin, play this event in Genshin. They'd be like, dude, what is this? Right? They would feel like their hand is being held all throughout the whole process, because it feels like a game for, not necessarily, I wouldn't say children, but for people who aren't gamers. Right? Well, not this. I wouldn't say not gamers, but like people who aren't who people who just come home, want something to do in order to relax, and you know, they play a casual video game. This is not the right team that I wanted to use. Right? They just want to play a casual game. They want to. They're the kinds of players that play Mario Party or that play Candy Crush on the bus to way to work, or play Plants vs Zombies during break time at during lunchtime in the office, right? Because that's where the money comes from. At least, from Genshin's perspective. From Genshin's perspective, more of their. It just so happens that, at least again, I don't have their. I'm not. I don't work over there, so I don't see their books or anything. But the fact that Hoyo decided to pivot Genshin towards this kind of game tells me that more of their money comes from these like super casual players. Darn it. Can't wait to get my C1 Neuvillette, man. Cannot wait. And it kind of makes sense, right? Because like a lot of these kinds of people, they are the kinds of people, like the fact that they don't have much time means that they are working most of the time. And if someone is working most of the time, that means they also make a lot of money because they're working so much. And if they have time and if they have no time and a lot of money, what little time they have, they're gonna do stuff that relaxes them. And if that stuff that relaxes them just so happen to need a little bit of money here and there, then put two and two together. Right? Another thing too is they seem to have pivoted towards this direction that Genshin is a brand. And Genshin as a brand and the characters, oh god. Okay. Genshin is a brand and their characters are their products. Like think about this. You go to like any sort of anime convention or anything similar to that. You bet you're gonna see like dozens and dozens of Genshin Impact cosplays out there. And maybe not all of them, but if you talk to every single one of those like Genshin character cosplayers, at some point you're gonna find quite a few of them who don't even play the game. They don't even play the game. They didn't even know it was a game. Right? You're gonna find quite a few of them. They didn't know if it was a game. They were just like, oh, I saw this trailer that there was gonna be an anime, and I saw these characters online. And it was like, and I saw them, I fell in love, and then this and that, whatever. Right? So yeah, there's there's those kinds of people too. And then like when they finally hear of what Genshin's a video game, and like they download it, they play it, and then like these types of people, they're not gamers. They're cosplayers. A lot of them are artists as well. They create fan art and they don't even play the game. They just found these characters online and they know the name of the IP, like Genshin Impact. Right? Maybe they know it's a video game, but they don't play it. But these people are not gamers. They are artists. They are cosplayers. They make costumes and stuff. They're costume designers, whatever. And they have little time, but a lot of money. So yeah. Again, just this is, by the way, complete speculation on my part, but it lines up, right? It sort of lines up why Genshin is the way it is now. And why we haven't I don't know how long, man. How long have we not had a Vagabond event rerun? It's been a hot minute. More like a hot month, really, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like maybe if Hoyo does something like that, if Hoyo ever invests into proper PvP in Genshin, maybe it would bring in a lot more of the tryhard players, like the competitive players. Maybe, just guessing, but like to make it fair to low spenders and free to plays, right? To make it not pay to win, there would have to be some sort of like I don't know, it could be something like different game modes where where like free to play only or whatever, or like low spenders, whatever, right? Like some way to separate the whales from everybody else. And now the problem with that is free to plays, of course, are always going to pick the free to play game mode or whatever it comes out to be. Now, and the problem with that is you have a bunch of competitive players who play Genshin because of this competitive game mode, which is fun, right? I would say it's gonna be fun for those competitive players. But because they're competitive players, they're gonna use their brains a lot, right? They're gonna use whatever resource they have, whatever knowledge they have, skill set they have, which, by the way, doesn't take money. Doesn't need any money to do any of that. All of these players now, okay, granted, these players will talk about Genshin, will help with the game's publicity and whatever, right? Will talk to their friends about it. They'll hang, yeah, right. So it drives so promotion, right? Promotion. More mouths will be talking about the game in the end. Now I don't know about the math on that. Like, and when I say math, I mean like ratio of like X number of free-to-play players equals indirect dollars to Hoyo. I don't know the math on that. And I think it's something that's really hard to quantify without a system that directly quantifies that. Like for example, like a referral system, right? Like a referral system where like you tell your friends to play this game, download, install this game, and then like use your code, and then like that tells Hoyo exactly how many new players you, a free-to-play player, have encouraged to play this game. So without that kind of system, it would be really hard to know exactly how much return they get from you playing their game completely for free. And then there's the whale side. The whale side would whales even enjoy? I mean, okay, so the whale speedrunners, I think they would enjoy something like that, because yeah, it's something. It's kind of things that it sounds like the kind of thing that like a speedrunner would do, right? Like a whale speedrunner would do. Like is like they're trying to compete. I don't think there are that many of them out there. But what it would do is I think it would incentivize the whales who are able to afford more to spend even more money. Because now they have someone to compete with. But I think there's also a possibility that it would discourage some of their other whales. And when I say discourage, I'm talking about, like, let's say there's a whale out there who C6s every character, but just gets R1 weapons because it's, like, it's all they can afford. Like, despite being filthy rich, but it's all they can afford to spend on something that doesn't really give them any value IRL. It's a video game. So, yeah, of course, it doesn't give them any real world value. right? So it's the only money that they're able to well, quote unquote, waste on stuff that doesn't matter, like to your retirement or to your career, right? Like C6, everything but R1. You immediately, that kind of whale immediately has some kind of disadvantage. Now, over the other whales that are able to R5, C6 everything. I guess one thing that could happen is maybe they just wouldn't compete. But then the fact that there is a way to, like, a game mode where you get rewards out of it, and it's there, it would make it really hard for certain people to not want to get in on it. Right? Like, for example, if Spiral Abyss weren't there, then people wouldn't be clamoring over themselves, especially when they hit somewhere around like AR 45, AR 40, AR 45. No, not even 40, like 35. Yeah, 35, 40, 45, 50. They wouldn't be clamoring over themselves to like farm artifacts like there's no tomorrow, so that they could 36-star Spiral Abyss finally, right? If Spiral Abyss didn't exist. If Spiral Abyss didn't exist, people wouldn't even care about their builds. It would just, people would just have like random whatever builds that are just, able to clear open world, because, open world is not hard. Implementing trial characters would be the go-to for PvP, since it eliminates the RNG aspect of every account with regards to level of investment and stats. Yeah, but then that wouldn't, like, that would so to real, like, competitive people, it wouldn't matter to them. But to whales, it would make them feel unappreciated, right? Like spending all this money and whatever, and they're not even able to reap any benefits out of how much money they spent. So there has to be some connection there between like how much money someone spends on their account and how much reward they can get out of competing against other players. There has to be something that comes out of it. I thought of something earlier, and I didn't wanna break up my train of thought just yet. But so something that came up earlier. So I was talking about, like, how do you separate the whales from free to plays or low spenders? And one thing I thought of was, so in what was it? So in these tournaments that I see every now and then on YouTube, like Spiral Abyss tournaments, like Genshin Impact Spiral Abyss tournaments. Some of them are like, they have different categories they have different categories. Some are free to play categories, some are like whale categories, where like the runs that you see are just straight up speed runs, like tournament. Like the whale tournaments really don't even last very long, because like every single run is like a speed run. And there's also categories where they are limited to only C2 or only C1, and limited to only using 1 5-star weapon or something like that. There's these different limitations. And what if, let's say there's only one game mode, or sorry, not one game mode, but like there's only one category, multiple game modes, but like you can play against each other PvP. But what happens is there's a limit, right? There's a limit to how many constellations are enabled in that particular game mode. And let's say the limitation is C2. And I think that lines up pretty well with Genshin's current decision making. Like putting really good constellations at C1 or C2. I think it lines up really well because okay, why do I think this lines up really well? Is imagine this. You're it lines up so it what it does is it incentivizes free to plays and low spenders to spend a little bit more to get more of their characters to C2, right? So it's like, at least in this part, it's in this department, it's a win-win. It encourages more of the lower spenders, the low spenders and sorry, not whales, and free to plays to spend a little bit more to get more of their characters to C2. And let's say another limitation is only R1, right? R1 5-star weapons. And okay, right? That further incentivizes free to plays and low spenders to get to at the very least get 5-star weapons, right? So that at the very least they are not at a disadvantage to a majority of players. They have the maximum capability in those fights. Now the disadvantage I can think of is, I think it discourages their whales. There's also the possibility of discouraging the whales to spend as much money as they used to C6 everyone and R5 everything. Because going back to what I said earlier, right? Like they don't feel rewarded for going all the way. I mean, even now they don't really get anything out of C6 R5ing everything, but at the very least, there's not something that they can get. Sorry, I don't know how to put this into words. Like there's no incentive. I don't even know how to put this into words, man. I don't know how to put this into words. So, okay, let's say you're whales now, right? They're sitting pretty. They're comfortable with whatever they're doing. New character, new weapon. All right, C6 R5 it, done. All right, I have it right. Like, and they've sort of settled on this mindset that they do this because they can, and they like to. But let's say enter competitive game mode. Competitive game mode. But you tell them, oh, like, sorry, I know that you spent X amount of money to C6 R5 it, but you can't use it. Right now, there's a reward. Yeah, I guess you could put it as a reward. There's a potential reward for them to chase after, and they can't even use every tool at their disposal, every tool that they paid for to go after it. Have categories. Leviathans only match against Leviathans. Well, hello RJ. Hey, what's up, Poposaur? What are we talking about? What's his name? Bipol, yeah. Bipol earlier. I don't even remember the beginning of this conversation anymore. Bipol earlier came up with I brought up the topic of Genshin PvP, and then I started talking about the pros and cons of it. Basically, like all the stuff that I could think of in like how it would affect the game, and I've been yapping about that for like half an hour now, I think. From like infrastructure to gameplay to player, like how it would affect player mentality, like and I guess like the different categories of players' relationships with each other and their relationship with the game and how it would affect it. And yeah, there's a lot to go into it, and I imagine because it's a big investment, but there's no clear reward to it. I reckon that's why Hoyo probably hasn't even thought of it at all, because there's so many pros and cons, and like whether there's an actual reward for it for them, it's not even clear, but it's a big investment. So yeah, I reckon Hoyo's not even gonna try it. Oh hey, Jamie boy, earlier, remember the joke earlier you made about bullying Chasca? You said you weren't going to do something. So about that, earlier today I saw this short from Kettle Toro, and I imagine it's correct. I'm pretty sure it's correct because like she doesn't really make up stuff in his shorts, but apparently it's like lore. It's lore related, and so you know how Chasca was raised by Kukusaurs, right? And apparently she has a Kukusaur sister. Like the mommy Kukusaur that raised her has another child, a Kukusaur child, who already has babies. And the thing is, apparently, Chasca's Kukusaur mom wants Chasca to have babies too. And it's kind of funny the way that she never mind, please forget that. And I don't like, I don't know, I'm pretty sure I'm not doing the short justice, but like I just really like the way she ended the very end of the short. That like if somebody were to just tell you that, like you would be like, oh, that's so wholesome and cute. But then like but because of the way she animated her short, like the b-roll, the footage, whatever, however she animated the short, however she edited the short, it just made it so that like the very end would instantly imply to you what she's talking about. What's funny there too is so canonically the traveler is Ether, right? It's Aether and not Lumine. So Aether is, you know, a straight dude. And yeah, right? So it if Genshin were to be what people meme about it to be, I thought it's Lumine. What? No, the Abyss Twin is canonically Lumine. And if so, okay, going back to what I was saying, if Genshin were to be actually what people have been memeing about Genshin, you know, which is your typical isekai harem OP MC anime. That would, you know, That piece of lore right there is just straight up mommy bird trying to set her daughter up, which is, well, you know, it's been done already, right? Like, isn't there like a Jian Yun kind of thing about that? That apparently, so there's a fishing spot on Mount Tianheng, I think is the mountain she lives on. All right, there's a fishing spot up there, and apparently the lore is that it's Cloud Retainer that puts fish in it, in hopes that the traveler would go there to fish, so that she could come and visit visit that mountain in order to see the Shenhe. They were really trying to bait the artist with this lower. Smart move from Dawe. Also the Ganyu. Stuck in monster throat lore. Setting Shenhe and Traveler up. Yeah, right? Man, it's wholesome, like, when you think about it, but, like, the the special kind of artists that Jammy Boy just talked about are certainly gonna have a field day. What is it with birds and babies, right? Because, like, okay, who else has done that? As far as, like, off the top of my head, I could think of Jian Yun, which is, you know, a bird lady, and Chasca's mom, you know, literally a bird lady, trying to set up their daughters with Traveler. Honestly, I just find all these wholesome. They are wholesome. They are wholesome, and it's up to you. If you're gonna be a horn dog about it, then yeah, it's not wholesome, and it's just yikes. But, you know, as long as you're not a horn dog, then it really is wholesome. I gotta say, it's really adorable. I love Dawe when he finally gave me 5-star after 179 pulls. He make me happy. 179 pulls. Okay, I have less than 2 hours to stream. Maybe more like an hour and a half. Okay, I think I was planning to. I forgot that I haven't done weeklies yet before I started the stream, and then I came on and I was like, oh yeah, that's right, weeklies. So before I started the stream, I was planning to do Imaginarium Theater and do some world exploration on one of my accounts, either um, collect oculi on my friend's account, or do 100% the smallest sub-region in the new map, which I believe is this one. I think this is the smallest one, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that today. Yeah. Which account was it? Okay, second account, I think. No, third account. I could never imagine myself these Genshin characters? Why do people fantasize things like that? Because people, you know, they're people. It's just something that people do. What do you mean? Don't you find Chef Mao and Wagner hot? If I get my guaranteed 5-star at 90 pity, it'll be 178 fulls. Goba, male or female? Goba is an it. By the way, any of you guys watch Danmachi and have been following season 5? I was really bummed out last week when I found out that they were taking a 1-week break. I was really bummed out. I looked for it too. I looked for it, especially because Dandadan and Danmachi, they come out exactly on the same day at the same time. So I was really confused why there was a new episode of Dandadan, but no new episode for Danmachi. And then, like, I looked it up, and I was like, oh no, they're taking a 1-week break. Come on. Hey, what's up, Nash? How you doing, man? Does bro want the Guabasi? Oh my god, did you not? Did you just say that? You really did say that, didn't you? You must really love this anime. I like it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite animes. And it's no surprise that I like Genshin, because it really, yeah, it really does like have a lot in common with Genshin. Port there. Who should I add here? I guess not many people have Tartaglia. I don't think my Tartaglia is even built. He's missing an artifact. Alright. Well, I should at least put something on him. What's his ratios like? Okay, certainly. What the heck? What happened to his build? Why? Why did I do that? Okay, whatever. Let's just put whatever on him. Just so whoever needs to borrow him can at least kinda have something. 17 crit rate, nice. I had no idea I had artifacts like that. I had an artifact like that on one of my on that set. Need something a little more balanced. Something with, like, I don't know, 10 crit rate with a decent amount of crit damage. I guess that's okay. Yeah, whatever. That's... Oh, that's depressing. Nothing else. All right. Well, that's something you can borrow. Whoever you want, whoever wants to borrow that. Me, who hasn't watched anime in a year. Whoa. What am I seeing? What is RJ building? Whatever. It's just, I kind of just put stuff in here that I think not many people have. In that way, like, they can borrow it so that they can, like, add one more character to their lineup or whatever. Or it completes a team. It allows someone to make a team that they otherwise wouldn't be able to make. Like, I reckon not many people have genuine I reckon not many people have EM Razor. But what is this? Circlet. Okay, that would be my fourth piece. Wow. I actually don't have any. I guess we'll just have to go with 2-piece then. Yeah, this one either. Alright. Oh, no matter. Whoever you are, you can borrow that, I guess. Oh, C1 Yalan, I guess. Not many people have that. C6 Fischl. I imagine not many people want to borrow an EM Razor. Chlorend, yeah. A lot of people probably don't have Chlorend. I wish whoever is going to use these the best of luck. Yeah, that's sort of my mindset when picking characters. Because like if I truly just didn't care, I wouldn't even bother updating this. It really doesn't help me at all. Ah, is Jean built? Skyward 4VV. Not. I don't think that's enough ER. But I don't think I have an ER Sans. I do, but it's on Jianyun. So, no. Well, okay, whatever. At least she does something. Character I don't have. Oh, Yaimiko. Not bad, not bad. 4 gilded. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. Alright, we'll keep that in mind. Sure, okay. Sounds like a good deal. I reckon Sucrose doesn't have anything. Oh, wait, what? So is Venti? Okay. Alright, sorry, Sucrose. I'm gonna have to take that back. I wish they would add like one more layer of filter to this where you could filter like the set that a specific character is wearing. And then like one button way to like okay, swap the set. I feel like that's something that a lot of players do. I mean, I don't know. I do it not a lot, but somewhat often. Oh, why did I do that? Oh yeah, that's right. This is C6 Gene. Haha. Get wrecked. The power of losing 50-50. Yeah, let's go. Oh my god. These guys are still as annoying as they've been. From day one. I was crying about E4 Branya. Xander Banner character. Okay. And now you and C6 Gene. Yeah. Yep, me and my C6 characters. Just C6 fail star. Consume all your... No way. No way. 240, I'm not losing all of that. Wait, I just realized I don't... Is Beidou built? Okay. Okay, she is, kinda. Not very well, but at the very least built. Pinion Hydro. Okay, let's get more Hydro characters. I really need Neuvillette and Farina to show up here. Oh man, okay. I just realized I got rid of Kokomi already. This companion events cost 10 fewer. Okay, okay, I think that's good. Is this chocolate events replaced by mystery cash? Future events guaranteed to be random. Okay, I think this is better. Anya Hydro, nice. Farina, oh come on, man. No, okay, okay, okay. Whatever, whatever. All right, it's fine. It's fine. Why are you saving the flowers? To get more characters. Yeah. Yeah. I don't actually know if this is gonna work. I can't even think of like a proper rotation for this thing. So, okay, Xingqiu. Why Venti though? Okay, seems more reasonable. Yeah. Just like I predicted, it would be awkward. But we somehow did it. Hey man, what's up? Hey, what's up, Tabish? How you doing, man? Is getting the character better than the buffs? It depends. It depends. Because in my case, my characters are not like they're not bad, but they're not good enough on their own without proper teams to like carry an entire battle sequence or whatever these are called, an entire act. Right? So, and that's why I would prefer more characters because it gives me more team options. It just makes Imaginarium Theater a lot easier for me, and the fact that my characters are built like they're not bad, right? That means that I will still do decent amounts of damage, even without the buffs. Neuvillette with Child, yeah. That is certainly something I should be using a lot more. But I don't know. How much more damage does one talent level for Neuvillette even do anyway? Probably adds up a lot since it's majority of the team's damage. The best non-Farina Kazuha is alone in buff, isn't it? Non-Farina. Since it's a majority of the team's damage. Maybe, but like relative to the character slot. Right, like for example, Neuvillette's best Farina Neuvillette team nowadays is Kazuha with Kazuha and Zelonin, right? But like if we were to replace either Kazuha with Tartaglia or Zelonin with Tartaglia, like how much, I'm pretty sure that would be less damage, but like how much less damage would that be? You have to replace Farina. Oh yeah, that's right, because like you would only get one stack. Well, you'd only get one draconic stack. Why don't they want to give me characters, man? I don't hate myself, so I never pulled child. Yeah, I kind of thought it would be a good idea at the time. I kind of wanted to try out a new like type of gameplay, a new play style, and I thought I would enjoy it if I just tried it. I never did, so here we are, 2024, with a level 79 unused Tartaglia. If this isn't the dream, then I don't know what is. Having Venti group everything up and just go ham on Neuvillette. Oh my god, I just realized how many enemies I've already killed. 49, 50, jeez. Oh my god. I meant to massacre, but I meant to do a massacre, but not genocide. Oh my god, 61 enemies. 64, 65, geez, 67, 68. Oh, we went over 69. But that's fine. That was crazy, dude. RJ taking revenge for Nat Lenoir. I wonder if Oz can attack that thing up there. Oh. That thing. Plunge Neuvillette. I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it. But I knew that that guy was getting up pretty soon. And I didn't really have... Wait, what? Those are all the characters I have left? Oh man, is this even gonna be doable? Okay, so what characters do I have left? Not very high DPS characters anymore. Well, kinda. Plunge Mona. Plunge Mona. Oh god. Wait, how do we make that work? Let's give it a try. Oh, come on, jump! Oh my god, okay, I did not take this into account. Oh, well, I just realized Mona's normal attack talent is level 1, so that's not gonna work. I did not think this through very well. So something I did not take into account at first, I noticed immediately, was the fact that I cannot sprint cancel like different animation cancels on Mona, because like her sprint is weird. Just like that, I can't sprint jump. Okay, how do I rewind, right? Okay, cool. Hmm. Okay. Well, I have a lot of hydro, so it'll be fine, I guess. Oh god. I just realized I didn't have cookie yet. Oh man, this is dumb. It even rewinded me getting cookie. Can I just get a character, please? Jeez.
兵器神速。
その程度なの？はっ。中空本にキストールに足らぬ。水中弦がこれが運命ですか？どいて、この祈りに聞きなさい。
さて逃げられるかな。はっと開けなさい。 痛いから我慢しろよ。はっふん。
守るために戦わねば。いらっしゃい。やっ運命の巨栄、運命よ、ここにいでよ。
いやあ
やっやっと仙人のご降臨だ。どいて。
ふんあいやいやはっ
我らに祝福あれ。運命の父、離れてください。
た
はっ あなたの頼みなら。
GG's. Because of the lost star. Or are you talking about because of the Wii nut again?
裁きの雷。
マイそだせいや燃えろ
見切りました。
燃えろ
逃げ道は
マイ行こうもみちちら
見切りました。
全力攻撃だ
翼よ、天なる来光。稲光、すなわち永遠なり。逃げ道
Oh
は
no. Oh no 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 no. How many stars can I not get and still get max rewards? I just realized
見切りました。
I'm on the third account. A lot? Really? Like, okay. Can someone tell me where I can see how many stars I need to get max rewards? So I've already lost 1 star. So can I still get max rewards for that? Oh my god, okay, I didn't even I didn't pay attention to the actual timer. I don't remember needing them. What? I've done it with almost half my stars. What? So what the heck are the stars for then? Oh, wait. So max rewards just means... So what is... So max rewards... So I guess it just means like for clearing all the... Clearing all the stages? All the acts? That's max rewards, I guess. Did I not crit? I think I didn't crit.
裁きの雷。見切りました。
それ燃えろ。
逃げ道はありません。
雲が借りな。俺が守る。
来戦浄土を開放。ここより弱滅の時。
Wow, I can't believe it. This third account can't clear Weenut. I guess just goes to show how big of a difference C3 really does, or C3 really makes. $30 seconds, huh?
見切りました。
いいさ。それ、せい。風、雲の全力攻撃だ。燃えろ。
浄土を開放し、ここより弱滅の時。
Wow, wow, okay. That is actually really surprising to me. That C3 makes that big of a difference. Like, this was not a problem at all. Like, on my on the accounts that had C3 Raiden Shogun. Hang on. Did I break Kujo-Sara's build? No? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Alright, so she has the right weapon. Kazuha. Okay, on VV. Bennett. On Aquila. And... wow, okay. Try doing one Raiden ult prior to the Atmosphere phase to whittle it down. I think it's enough time to funnel energy back. I certainly hope so. Yeah, that was the next thing I was gonna try. It was, yeah, that was the next thing I was gonna try. Oh, maybe, okay, no, not that one, not that one. I'm gonna do it with when that attack happens where it stands up.
りなくと
イカズチに捧ぐ翼ここより弱滅の時
It's making a difference, but I don't know if it's enough of a difference.
逃げ道はありません
風燃えろ
裁きのイカズチ
はい
I don't think I should have done that. Yeah.
見切りましたよ
風よ燃えろいざもみち散らまっくらいみんなは俺が待っ
大戦聖なる来光無我の境地
And that was not a crit. I saw its HB bar barely went down. I think that would have been enough, actually. If that second burst, if that last burst had crit. Mawika all in. Hey. So, I heard... So more and more people have been leaning away from Mawika being a support. Like before, they were talking about it as if it was like a possible, as if it was like a usable Mawika gameplay. And now they're mostly talking about Mawika being an on-field only kind of character. On-field damage dealer. Okay, the HP bar on this thing rarely went down. So like, was that really a crit? Oh. Okay, Bennett has no burst. Okay. Oh no, and my skill missed too. Alright, let's do it without Bennett burst. And without Raiden burst. Sure, I guess we'll do it without Raiden burst. Glad I quit. The news would have pissed me off yesterday. Really? Okay. But yeah. When people talk about her, they talk about her. So before they would talk about her as if she can be used as an on-fielder or an off-fielder. And now they just talk about her as if she's a straight-up on-fielder because her off-field, I guess, like kit is like not as is like the difference between her off-field kit and her on-field one is big. Oh no, I'm gonna have a pyro infusion here, am I? Yep, there it is, pyro infusion. Burst. go, but no Raiden Burst, I guess. Okay, let's get some particles from Kujosara, and I guess kind of okay. Okay, that's a crit. We believe in the run. Let's go, believers. You know, I'm still really confused about the star thing. What the heck are the stars for? I really thought, like at some point, I really thought, max stars equals max rewards. And then at some point, I didn't notice that I missed 1 star. And then, like at some point, this was like months ago, like 2-3 months ago, I didn't notice that I missed 1 star. And then like at the end of the run, the whole run, I saw, oh, I'm missing 1 star. Oh no, do I have to do that all over again? And then like I went to the rewards and I was like, oh no, like okay, I still got all the rewards. And then here I am, okay, now I'm missing 2 stars. And I don't know. Am I still gonna get max rewards for this? Bragging rights. Yeah, I did see that message from you. But I don't know. Just, it feels so pointless. It's kind of like you know those the rewards, like the max rewards, like in combat events, right? Like for getting max points or something. It feels kind of like those. Feels really pointless.
潔白を証明することです。水中言語
Just don't get any star at all. Also, it looks... What? So, at all, so it looks even in the profile. Hi, what's up, Luap? How you doing, man? Just the... Yeah, okay. I get what you mean, yeah. Because, like, if you get all stars all the time, I'm like, cool. It looks even in your profile. Sure. Awesome, nice. But if you just don't get any stars at all, ever, then it also looks even on your profile. I want the swirl electro thing. There. That was none. What is wrong with this Raiden Shogun, man? It just will not crit. Uh-oh. I did not line that up very well. Okay, so that was a non-crit, crit, and then a non-crit again. C0 Shogun has a hidden negative 78% crit rate. You didn't know? No, apparently I didn't. Lower your crit rate, it'll proc more. Oh god. Lower your crit rate, it'll proc more. You know, I wouldn't be... What's the word? I wouldn't be surprised if that was true. Like, if someone did the math and, like, somehow that was actually the case due to some weird math. On-field nuker not nuking feels bad, man. It really does feel bad, doesn't it? On-field nuker not nuking. It's like, it feels like Eula. Right? It feels like Eula not critting. Even with 85% crit on Eula, like even with 80% crit on Eula, it's still not critting. And the worst part too, is, at the very least, Raiden Shogun, she generates energy for herself and the team, right? So, like, energy isn't as much of an issue on Raiden Shogun, especially because building ER on her actually gives her more damage. Whereas on Eula, building ER means you're taking away crit rate and crit damage stats or attack stats to put some more ER in there. And that's why nobody likes Eula. Okay, 2 missing stars. Let's see. Max rewards? I mean, you did... Okay, wrong person did say at some point he got only half of the... What the... Okay, max rewards. Alright, so judging by these numbers, so these are the different acts, right? Visionary mode up to Act 10. I did complete Act 10, So I guess it's just like completing it gives you the rewards. Completing the acts gives you the rewards. And it's like, so what did this? Yeah, what are the stars for then? I guess it's just for this. Yeah, bragging rights. I guess. Yeah, exactly, as you said. Because you can see this here, and like your friends can see it. I could not care less. I swear, I really was only chasing after the stars because I thought, you could like I thought so at the very first, I thought at the very beginning, I really thought, okay, you had to get max stars to get max rewards. And then at some point, yeah, like I said, I didn't notice I was missing 1 star, and I was surprised I still got max rewards. And then I thought, well, maybe you could miss 1 star and still get max rewards. And then I just stuck with that mindset since then. Eula still hold the physical title? What do you mean? What physical title? Are there far more better physical damage characters than her? No. I'm in a domain. This is a domain? Physical damage dealers? I don't think so. Yeah, no, no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's really the only... She's really the only usable physical character. Well, she's the most usable. I wouldn't say usable, but the most usable. Razor best Dendro DPS. We don't even count Sino because Razor is a little less fun. Or sorry, Sino is a little less fun than Sino. Because he doesn't burgeon. Sino who? Speaking of Sino, so Sino's had 1 rerun, right? I'm pretty sure he has had a rerun. But when's the last time he had a rerun? Sino what? Alongside Ayato, which was in ancient times, I guess. Farina's release patch. Oh my god, that was wow. And has anyone ever no one's no one misses him. I haven't heard anyone say anything about how Sino hasn't had a rerun in a long time. Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't even condense resin in the teapot. Who cares about him? Oh god. Hi, what's up, Antunes? How you doing, man? Just get Sino's best cons. C2, Nahida. Sino's best constellation is a higher priority than Sino himself. And his best constellation just so happened to be someone else's constellation. Sino's weapon is better than yeah, I agree. I agree. I was thinking what I wanted to say about his weapon. Because I was kind of thinking like his weapon is actually more usable than him. I was kind of thinking about like something like how to put it into words, and then like there it is. That's what I wanted to say. Nice. I'll hate the mains when they realize his strongest constellation is also C2 Nahida. Man, C2 Nahida really is like, and I gotta say what? What? Did I do weekly bosses? I'm retarded, aren't I? Okay, okay, that was stupid. I think you did when you were in PvP, yeah. Yeah, but because I was yapping, I think what happened was, so I remember, okay, now it's coming back to me. While I was yapping about the whole PvP thing, so on the third, I started with the third account, but like third account and second account, I started with the Arlecchino weekly boss, Narwhal, and then the Sumeru worm. But on this account, I started with the Sumeru worm. I was like, and when I did this first, I thought, okay, then Arlecchino so that I don't have to switch teams, and then Narwhal, and then now here I am. Okay. Jeez, that was very smart. Very smart. Imagine if they reworked Sino as a physical with more scaling than Eula. You know, I wouldn't be. I think, yeah, I think not enough people are into Sino enough that I think the community would be fine even if that happened. If they like completely changed how Sino worked. Well, I have the resin. Might as well use it. Dino could probably be built full EM superconductor with the buffs. I don't know. Full. Has anyone tried it? You know, I'm surprised no one has tried it. Oh. Okay, if anyone's gonna try it, it might be Mogati. It might be something that Mogati is like, the kind of creator that would try something like that. Just how much did they buff reactions? I'm seeing so many teams sprouting. A pretty big amount. Pretty big amount. So, Electro Charge, I think, is the biggest winner. I think, so from what I remember, Overload got buffed by like a certain amount. So, I don't know which one is which. But like one of them, I think Superconduct or Shatter. One of the weaker ones, like Superconduct or Shatter, got buffed by like... Was it? It was a crazy number, like ×3 or something? Like, one of the weaker ones got buffed by like ×3. And either Electrocharged, was it? I'm not sure. Electrocharge or Overload, either one of those two, got buffed by like 66.7%, by like 2/3. And I'm surprised that no one has talked about saying that the Sucrose Electrocharge team is back. Because remember that day one team was already quite strong. Right? That day one Electrocharge team was already quite strong from even back then. Even from before the animal the swirl buffs from back then. But then here we are, even Electrocharge has been buffed. So, I don't know. Like, that was actually one of the things that I was looking forward to. People play Sucrose Taser don't even want to play it anymore because if it's back, even if it's back, really? Why is that? It never left. I see people play it all the time. Really? I hardly see people play it. I hardly see people play it. Maybe amongst the more knowledgeable part of the community, like the part of the community that's more knowledgeable about combat and building characters and teams. Yeah. But like everybody else, no. Yeah. I'm quite sure that none of the people that have asked for an account review, right, that have given me their UID and I looked at it on Enka, I've never seen any one of their accounts that where I could see Sucrose, Xingqiu, Beidou, and Fischl built. I mean, maybe they just weren't on their, you know, like their what is it called? Character